evening, people. Good evening. Oh, genetics lab is finished. What's a guild we wanted? That's the problem I have with this one. Anyway, good evening. I have had a rough day, so we are just going to sit down and we are just going to play. Plus reputation, blocks, Kabbaliskan, 29,000. What was it in reputation we needed here? It was 30,000. 35,000 to get that one. Damage against Xenos, but the thing we wanted was this. Penalty to dodge. If they're applied by fire, and we're kind of moving more and more to running something with fire. So that's going to push it up. If we get 29,000, that's going to push it up so we can get it. Okay, so the rare psi rating is increased by +1 against demons for each rank of dogmatic. That's a good one. The weapon, a rapid leader of the Eldari Corsairs, taken as a trophy by the Imperial Navy, later stolen from a secret arsenal in fire rate 1, Ashen, 40%. It's a Melta weapon, an Eldari Melta weapon. Plus profit factor. Medium range macro cannon, fire 4 shot. Profit factor weapons. I think we're going with this one. That's going to lock that one out, but we can't build that one anyway in 6.5 years, it feels like. Okay. So, today we have a few things we can do. I want to explore a couple of planets, and then we're going to do the main quest. The Imperium. Save the Eldari survivors. We have a few systems here we haven't discovered, and a few systems here. Let's warp north.
The tech priests reported a brief malfunction in the Geller field generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer reports, something did manage to get into the ship and is now prowling the dark corridors of Loading Bay 5.
Send in patrols into affected chambers.
Several armed teams left to search for the unknown creature that had invaded the vessel. All but 2 returned with nothing to show for it but hair turned prematurely grey and horror stories of what was happening in Loading Bay 5. One team brought back a bizarre trophy allegedly found behind a shattered bulkhead. The last team was never seen or heard from again.
Okay. We have... Here's the thing. I am sitting here thinking, what can I actually get that would make this character able to light the ground on fire? Double the damage of ignite psychic powers and half fire damage of all burning creatures in line of sight. Ignites all creatures in the line, reduces their armor by 16 until the end of combat. If the enemy armor falls to 0, gains warp damage. Warp burn deals 12 target the end of the turn with 15 armor penetration. Stop burning. Okay. Could go for like telepathy, sanction. Gift of Torment. Until the next turn, executioner gain bonus of their parameter for each creature and ally in the combat that suffer from. So I can actually get like a ton of dodge. Divided by 2 toughness percent per creature. That makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Enemies of humanity have been spotted aboard the ship.
I'm getting more and more into the combat. We're starting to get more and more of a good rotation going.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Okay.
The dead know nothing. What torments you?
You love. Join me in prayer. Sherry. Oh, this galaxy is my playground. Oh, another annoyance.
Here we don't have anything behind us. Yeah.
My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay.
I am your blade and shield. Trust me. There is only death, yours or mine. I shall not fail. My blade whispers your name.
Come on. Get a kill.
An otherworldly screech pierces your ears.
We have
As the
one.
tenants
They're
demand.
calling us back directly.
I serve the ruinous power. Martyrdom is a reward.
Yeah. Means a few more. You know what? Fuck it. And end of turn.
Dealing damage to bulk.
I'm enraged. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
How come you're... Yeah, I should not be asking questions, should I?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Why did you light yourself on fire? What the fuck is going on? Regain an AP psychic for now. I am heavily confused on what the fuck's going on with you.
I will do my duty.
You have 1 HP left. And I misclicked.
I'd like to, but I can't.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
A predictable downfall.
14. Okay, yeah. We're going to pop that, and then we're going to shoot you in the face.
I want a medal for that one.
Pascal, hit everything. Okay, so
Aim for the heart next time. Trust me.
stabby stabby.
My blade whispers
30
your
damage, okay.
name.
Pascal is doing well.
Another stroke of genius.
Your wrath is limitless.
Schemes within schemes.
Nah, you might be limitless, but
A whipping.
I have a lot of firepower. Can't see him, but I can see him. Can't see him any longer
As the
either.
Emperor commands, I act.
Him?
Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
It will be done. I'd rather not. Indeed.
Okay, and missed. Too bad.
You're
Hit.
no fun.
And Abelard. You wanna hit him again? I know you want to.
It will be done. I will do my one to a target.
I hold all the cards.
As honor ordains.
And stabby stabby.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
Okay, let's see what we have here. We have a ton of axes.
Peace in my wake.
And that is all. Okay. We did level up though. We did level up. Perception. Willpower. Awareness is the thing we pump most in. 46. Athletics. You know what? Athletics seems like a good thing to put points in. Pascal, what do we have for you? Athletics. Fellowship. Agatha. Strength. Oh, and we have one of these talents here for you. Okay, that's actually really nice. Flaming weapon, dual wielding, combat mastery, melta weapon proficiency, nimble, overpower. When firing heavy weapons, critical hit chance is increased by 6. Critical damage is increased by 18. Yep. Heavy bolter is classified as a heavy weapon. Fellowship, I guess. Logic? Yep. What do we have for you? Weapon skill and agility is maxed out. Let's pump a bit into strength. Demolition. Athletics. Yeah, athletics. 20. 120. Coercion 90. Commerce 110. Imperium lore 140. Coercion, I guess, then. Yeah. Agility, weapon skill. Willpower? Agility. Toughness. Yeah. No, agility. It was here, or is it over here we get out?
Oh, my nerves are frayed.
And we are now here. What does this system have for us is the interesting part. We have pirates over there. In scan.
The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would likely not bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle.
Take the risk and send the shuttle.
The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns.
Okay, plasteel. Not anything like, oh my god, that's good. Well, not bad. Okay. We are missing one piece now then. Okay, we got that. Profit factor, weapons. We got a new here as well. 324. So it actually is better than that one. Means also we increase our reputation. We can get this. But do we want this? We can get guild or a season, the seasons of war. 2K plus reputation. Efficiency mechanism. I think we're going to go with guilds. Why? It goes up in efficiency. Also, these grenades is something that I think would be fairly useful overall. What is it we're missing here? What? Must be completed in the Giants. Kivagama. Okay. Yeah, it's here. We need more reputation. And we need more reputation. We could go this one. What? No, we want this one. So we want this. I don't know how to mark it as a favorite, but we want that, so we kind of want this. Okay, let's... We're going to save. And then go at it.
Machine spirits,
Okay.
lend us a modicum of thy power.
Not available? What? Not available. Really?
Engage the lance! Oh, commence the symphony of macro cannons.
Changing course. Disengage.
Let the macro
Let's live to fight another day.
Twisted song. Drown them in the void. The destination is no. Engage the macro cannons.
Okay. And boom goes the
Activate the
dynamite.
Geller field. Emergency warp jump in 3.
No. There is no emergency warp jump for you, my friend.
Set course. Commence the symphony of macro cannons. Sail upon the seas of void.
Another victory for the von Valancius dynasty.
Nice. Okay. We need to re-equip our ship. That is the thing we should be doing. Let's scan this boy first. Allows flak shots fired from macro cannons. Torpedo, torpedo. Add to cargo. That's an upgrade. And we add that to cargo. Rise of pattern, long range, 21 damage. Nope. 80 point, 120 points. 95 point double against blast. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. This plasma drive has 13 speed along with a lower acceleration and braking. Let's try that one out. Dorsal fires 2 shots dealing 14 damage. 3 shots dealing 14 damage. Plus an internal. Okay, yep, that goes in the bin. We are going to... Are we doing Kiva Gamma first, or are we doing... this one first? Fuck it. Let's take a look in the system.
Lord Captain, we have cross-referenced the key characteristics of the system with our astronautical chart data. The planet Virbos 6 is located here. The problem is, the augurs detect an unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike a massive release of toxins. It appears that something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facility. It is impossible to land safely on the planet just now. Unknown ships are cruising in the system. No need for any cog to analyze it. I can decipher this telemetry easily. Xenos. The armory and artillery crews are standing by.
Yep. Let's check all the other ones first. Okay. Oh. Just more stuff. Won't say no to more stuff.
This planet can barely sustain life, and yet, searchers discovered a long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than any under Hiv, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome their visitors. The Lord Captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archkeen Princeps Domina. The ruler meets the Lord Captain in a shack, considered to be a palace by the people here. The Archkeen's unusual crown is made out of metal coils, most likely parts of an ancient device for boiling water. The guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. The Archkeen praises the visitors in mangled Low Gothic and calls the Lord Captain her dear sister. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented to the guests. The Archkeen's minister delicately remarks that the best possible gift the Lord Captain and her crew could provide would be the replenishment of the colony's meager gene pool.
Lord gives to canvas the lower deck for volunteers. The most ruggedly handsome among them will be sent to the Archqueen's court along with the other gifts.
The Archkeen is delighted and flattered. She hopes the Lord Captain will pay her more visits in the future.
Poor wretches. Oh! We got ourselves some more cargo. I guess we are going to fight a bit of Drukhari then. Should I actually equip Pascal with a bolter? He has it canonically. Okay, so we have 1, 2 large ships. Okay.
Five Master, if you please. Launch the devastating payload.
Okay.
The destination is known. Initiate macro cannon barrage.
Miss. Miss. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Plasma torpedoes. Burning. Ouch.
Hey, the shields seem to be broken.
Fuck. You hurt a lot, don't you? But you know what? So do I.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons. Engage the macro
The target
cannon.
was well struck, Sherry.
Drown them in the void. Initiate macro cannon barrage.
Come on.
Already dead? Pathetic, Ashmak.
Finished. Oh, we have the ship to level up as well. Ooh, 2 levels. Okay, yeah, we need to do that. And what upgrades? Shallow jump would make us so we can do a lot more, move around a lot more. But I think this is the one we're getting here, and then we can get shallow jumps here, and then here. I'm thinking strafe. Select to use both abilities of one post. Yeah. And what do we have here? Ooh, it's a new ultimate, right? Okay, so maximum overdrive. Augur can scan favorable positions. The flagship launches a boarding party to infiltrate enemy ship, starting internal fires, and could possibly cause engine damage for 1 round. 1 round for every 10 points of damage per commander's persuasion. Duration 2 rounds, plus 1 round for every 20 points in Master Cannoneer's demolition. So 20, that would mean plus 5 rounds. So 3 torpedoes for 7. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Hull use once. Hull integrity, no damage. Duration, yeah, 7 rounds. That's actually nice.
Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the convicts for hard labor on distant prison worlds like Virbos 6. To atone for their crimes before humankind, hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlifes toil in the mines of the Von Valancius Protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls.
Yeah, we're going with this crew. We need to spec up Hendrix because he actually wants to join us on the Mechanicus planet. Okay.
What lies beyond?
Virbos 6 always was a penal world. But this, even the miscreants of this place do not deserve such a fate.
The broken, slashed, and gutted body is still covered with the shreds of a planetary warden uniform. This man clawed at his throat right before he died. The caustic ooze gives off a sickening vapor that eats away at the lining of your nose and mouth, making your eyes water.
That's not good.
The man's body is frozen in an unnatural pose. The corpse's fingers are crooked and its teeth are bared in a ghastly grimace. The bodies have been twisted into a pose resembling a servile bow and bound with barbed wire.
Oh yes,
You can clearly see several thin cuts left by bladed weapons on the body.
Oh, how intriguing.
What do we have?
Unlocked.
We have a Drukhari blade and a Malta pump.
A massive crusher designed to extract ore from rocks is covered with a thick layer of dust and rubble. The tall, lithe Xenos moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by your elucidator.
Mika and Dis, Elith, what is this? Has one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon?
The Xenos takes a quick look over her shoulder toward the platform where a few more silhouettes in tar black armor can be seen.
It seems it is I. What? I
3.
can't.
It seems it is I who is in for a treat. I cannot even begin to fathom where my subjects found such an exotic beast, and a talking one at that.
Oh yeah, we're going with that.
The Xenos' eyes light up with interest.
The Monkey understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you about in the ring at most. Without weapons, and, soon, without your skin.
The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they've seen a ghost. The eyes of some betray their fear, others glare with bestial hatred, and yet more look upon you with hope.
Who are you?
My name is known to everyone on this planet, Monkey. I am Tazara the Deliverer, Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, and who finds new purpose for their existence in Kimaraka's many arenas. Surely this is why you have come here? To fight for my ever-changing favor and for the privilege of being the first to be chained?
Addressed the fighters in the arena. How could you stop to this? To kill another for the amusement of an enemy of humanity?
A hulking brute who can barely stand coughs up blood and wipes his lips.
What, was I supposed to lie down and die? The ones who survive the arena, the Xenos take them away. I saw humans boarding shuttles with my own eyes. They're going to take us away from here, you hear? This statement is false. You were supposed to furnish yourself with a means of respiratory protection and inflict maximum damage on the perpetrators before ceasing your vital functions.
Stupid Ashmags. Do you really think the druggery will whisk you away to a far-off wonderland? At best they'll put you in chains. At worst,
Yet. Who gives a shit about us convicts? The lanky buggers may keep me on a leash, but at least I'll be alive, not coughing up my lungs.
Jay opens her mouth and then freezes, clenching the aquila on her chest until her knuckles turn white.
If I were faced with such a choice, the Exalted One would guide me on the right path.
Okay, yeah.
How cruel you are to your unfortunate kin. These Monkey have worked hard to entertain their elite audience. Each of them fights with a strength born of desperation, seeking to earn their place in my box of toys. There is always room for more, my toys do break so very easily.
To be reduced to a Xenos' plaything. A shameful fate for the science of humankind.
Abelard falls silent, shaking his head in dismay.
I presume the toxic atmosphere is your doing.
It could be. Or perhaps my mere presence is enough to make base creatures like yourselves forget how to breathe.
Tazara lets out a nasty chuckle.
Are you really surprised at what happened?
No,
You
I'm
wove the
going to
net right
burn
under
you.
your own feet. We merely knocked out the pin that drew it closed tight around you. A couple of volleys at the seals on the underground well, and the planet, the one you had turned inside out, did the rest.
I hereby declare you a Category 3 blasphemer for tampering with the sacred production cycle of this world's extractiums.
And your brethren finished what the planet had started. Oh, how they strived to please me and my entourage. How they slaughtered and tortured their own kin for mine and my sister's delight. How they decorated this little arena with still living Monkey. Did you think all that you see before you is the work of our hands? Think again.
A small group of Xenos who neutralized a planetary defense and managed to ruin an entire world. Impressive. How much would it be cost to hire you?
The presumption. The stupidity. You have nothing that could satisfy me, Monkey.
From the dusk behind Tazara comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidator to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience.
Cass is tired. Yeah.
Tazara raises her blade and points at you.
Tell the other Monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule. And tell them to hold nothing back. Tonight they dance for Yrmaris herself, the great archon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest.
Reaving Tempest, huh? Turn to the fighters in the arena. Do you truly wish to die at the Xenos' behest? If we join forces, we can end this senseless carnage, once and for all. Is my voice really robo-y? Really? Is it my voice or is it the TTS? Okay, yeah, just double checking. It's bad. It's a lot better than me reading, because it would takes a lot less out of me, if that makes sense. If you want, you can hire me to read it for you. No, I'm not hiring you. I'm not putting you through this. Remember, she is not going to like what she's about to see. Should we? So here is the thing. People in Overwatch were trying to with some custom games. Are we going to convince everyone to turn against the Dark Eldar? Or the Drukhari? Or are we going to murder everyone, including the Dark Eldar? I am tempted to murder everyone. Okay, we're murdering everyone. Death to the Xenos, death to the Heretic.
Tazara takes a step back just as the other fighters charge with furious howls.
Oh, glorious spectacle of your demise!
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Pascal is first, okay. We are going to fight those as well. Okay. Pascal is first. Pop that. 30, 30, 30, 30. So we can pop those. straight up. We can pop those two over there. Also have guns.
A strike of terror pierces the heart.
Okay, great. We're going to make a front line here. We're going to make a back line. What is it? Back line, Comanche, dodge, rear. We're going to make a rear point. That is not good cover. That's explosive.
Death comes in silence. I shall not come. The other side awaits. As honor ordains. Caught by the web.
Okay.
As the tenets demand. Killing brings me no pleasure.
That should be good. Pascal. We have an enthralled gladiator.
My place is at the
I
fort.
think Pascal is going that way. Oh, sorry. Abelard is going that way. Straight through the enemy.
Imminent. Reduced to dust. Indeed.
Okay. Caught you.
Here we go.
Ouch.
I will not die in dishonor.
Winch. Okay, where can I actually get a good? I can almost kill you. You are a winch. You're also a winch. Something like that. Pop that. That's one more down. We can do that. 60 damage.
A genius at work.
Rejoice in battle!
You know what I feel like? You need a
Faith
kick.
without deeds is worthless.
Let me educate you on the art of pain.
You know what? Let me educate you in the art of heavy
I'll do
bolter.
it. As the Emperor commands,
You know
I
what?
act.
I feel like you might need a few more shots. Yeah.
I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands.
Nice.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize.
And now we double all the damage over time.
Artistry!
And now also all the damage over time we do heals our allies.
Schemes within schemes. Another one is shattered. Devour me.
And we are going to pop that. That's going to heal her. And we're moving up here.
Living on the edge.
Popping extra damage.
Don't get too cocky.
22 damage.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Did it actually? Oh, we have that one over there as well.
My ears are ringing.
How many stacks of burning did that give you? Oh. You know what, Pascal? Take care of him. Good. Good. Move that forward there. Gotta love that. That is so bonkers. You know what? You're going to shut him down.
As honor ordains. Trust me, death is a
Hey.
blessing.
Nice.
At your beck and call.
Woe to you.
It will be done.
No, you dodged that one. Good for
At your
you.
beck and
Here,
call.
have another one. Dodge that one as well. But I'm going to snap my finger and light you on fire. Or am I going to do that with you? Yeah, you.
Let's see. Another one.
107 fire damage. Oh, the spectators. Where is my command Archon? Impress.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
You know what? I feel like flamethrower.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
You will pay for this in blood.
What?
Goodbye.
Is here.
We got 10 plus base damage in half cover. Collect all.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Do we have anything interesting over here?
Oh, what is that?
Okay, we have. What is this? Promethium. We like Promethium. It's the exact same weapon you're using on it, is it? Yeah, blast pistol.
One step at a time.
The body is missing
Amidst the
parts of its
madness.
extremities. It was hacked to pieces with dozens of strikes.
They're gone. Thrown as my witness, we will find these blasphemous wretches and make them pay for everything that happened here.
We have 2 lynch guard here, okay. Okay.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Nothing more loot-wise, I think.
The body was partially flayed, and judging by the amount of blood, the victim was still alive when it happened.
Yep. And that's why the Dark Eldar or Drukhari is not good guys. Way too kinky for my taste, honestly. Okay. So we can go duration. Grants damage against Psykers and Navigators. Don't know if I want to do that. We can go Navy. Rogue Trader dodge against human enemies. Don't know if I want to do that. Or we can go Fellowship of the Void. All allies gain 10% critical damage. That sounds like a really interesting one. But I want to do one thing. I want to save here. I want to save. And then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to pick this one. Why? Because I want to see if this actually... Vigilance... Allies cores and minus toxic damage. All allies gain commerce and 4 hit chance. This honestly looks just like the other ones. Okay. Explorators gain an extra 5k rep with Explorators or extra duration. Fellowship of the Void. Grenades. Corrosive grenades. Okay. And we're making this one. No. We're going to then go back here and we're going to load this. And we're going to see if there's any difference. Because I don't know why. Yeah, we're going with this one. Chemicals, efficiency, security. We could go this one. Extra 10,000 rep with durations as well. Complacency, plasteel, chemicals. You know what? Extra damage against Psykers and... No, that 10% crit damage is too good to pass up on. I think that changes these 3. Like, all the other ones are the exact same. But I think those 3 changed. Envirodome. I want to go that one, honestly. Ergonomics. But that means that I need to go this one. Which... Or this one. Torpedo damage. Or are we just going Envirodome? Hit chance is good, but... Magus responsible for purity. Don't. Okay, yeah. Okay. That means we have finished up one objective for today. Viabos 7 is now in works. So before we're doing this, we're going to do this.
The clan servicing the cooling systems have reported an incident of sorcery. The shadows in the cabins and corridors are coming to life. The
Order
voidsmen
them.
say they see strange writhing things lurk in nooks and crannies. The ecclesiarchy mission on board the void ship held sermons in every corner of the haunted chamber. The rituals failed to produce a result, however, and the cursed creatures kept pestering the crew until the ship exited the warp, dealing a serious blow to morale.
Okay. And then we're going... That is a fair point. How are we with cargo? Contracts? Adamantium... Xenotech? Yeah.
The command bridge received an alarming Vox message from the quartermaster. Some of the provisions and drinking water have gone bad and continue to worsen, teeming with fat grey maggots.
Burn it.
However, the ship's air remains undefiled by the rank odor, and the maggots sometimes completely vanish from sight. Should we get rid of the affected stores?
Burn it. Just straight up burn it.
The purifying flame consumed the provisions in an instant, much faster than anyone expected. The crew's ears rang with a pained shriek and the scorched stores vanished without so much as a trace of ash. The vessel's ecclesiarchs consecrated the compartment with holy signs, but the rest of the voidsmen decided that the contamination had been nothing more than an illusion.
Okay, so planetoid plasteel. Planetor gutted void exploration void station. I want to see. We only have 2 fuels. That's not great. What is this? Universal power cells. That's miscellaneous. We're missing one piece of the Archaeotech mechanism fragment. Surviving unknown purpose. Discover among the wreckages of an ancient imperial vessel. Capri. Okay, we're missing one part of that, honestly. That would be fun to actually get that all. I don't want to go... Okay, we're going to the ship. We're going to the Void Sanctum. And we're making him perform the ritual. I have a feeling this is going to be a fight. A fairly rough fight. But at the same time, we are now in the state where if we get off our ultimate on Octavia, we're pretty much immortal. So that is really interesting. We are going to Astropathic Chapel. And we're going to talk. We paid money to actually get ourselves a second Astropath to do this. We poached him from the Winter Scales.
The indispensable astropaths are instrumental in establishing communication between worlds and ships on the scale of the entire immense galaxy. Continually exposed to the Immatrium's terrors, many of these psychers perish, go insane.
Lord Captain, do you still wish to perform the ritual?
Have the selected candidate arrived yet?
Master Harriman, assigned to the chapel upon your orders for the purposes of performing the ritual, has almost finished his preparations, Lord. Greetings, Octavia the Fire Axe von Valancius. I will be honored to serve my savior.
A middle-aged psyker bows to you passionately. His plump face carries many marks of indulging in all manner of vice.
We're about to do something dangerous.
You saved me from a life of service that would have been 100 times worse than the cruelest of deaths, and I am indebted to your ladyship. If I have to lay down my life to repay that debt, then so be it.
I'm your new lady.
And that is glorious, your ladyship. 1,000 thanks to you for liberating me from my former master. Living at the court of Governor Iskander is indescribable. The Immaterium itself whispers ideas for new perversions into his disturbed mind. Therefore, I am infinitely grateful to be delivered from him. My life belongs to you now.
Let us begin.
The choir master lets out a deep sigh.
Well, you made this choice, Lord Captain.
Yep. Let's see how this goes. Worry not, monster, for as long as I live, the barrier will hold. He dies
The
instantly.
temperature inside the chapel is dropping. Every breath turns into a cloud of vapor. The astropath's resonant voices blend together, following the pattern of the melody playing in the hall. Every now and then, muffled moans are heard coming from the thrones of the junior astropaths. You hear an interloping voice in your head, like an echo of a distant echo.
Your ladyship, I sense strangeness. Non-minds. They do not seem human-like. How strange. They are akin to insects, parasites. I cannot read them, and that is wrong. Look.
A dark veil clouds your vision, only to be succeeded by a blinding light a moment later.
Okay.
The great whiteness is the ship with its multitude of minds, of which you are one. A shadow of utter nothingness wins its way across the blinding white. The nothingness turns into a beast's fanged mouth. Its boundaries spread out as though trying to devour you. Your instincts are screaming, run. Run and hide. You hear the choir master's voice coming from a distance, but cannot make out a single word. Your gaze slides along an iridescent thread that has crossed the nothingness. Something shining is towering behind it, a golden giant frozen in place like a statue. A sudden jolt of fear distracts you from that image. Your thoughts turn back toward the nothingness and its kaleidoscope of absences, no color, no emotion, no thought. In its furthest depths, there is something crawling.
Avoid peering into the nothingness.
Your resolve is firm, and your mind and soul unflinching. The nothingness has no power over you. Your eyes follow the thread toward the golden giant. It is not until you get close that you realize that the radiant image is a lie. The gilt flakes away, and the stately body is twisted out of shape as its limbs grow extra joints, mutilating the marvelous figure. A beastly fanged face with a repulsive worm-like tongue turns to you. Its eyes, burning with nothingness, penetrate your soul. Thoughts, secrets, wishes, goals. Nothing is spared as the abomination rummages inside you like a predator gutting its kill. The choir master's voice sounds inside your mind.
I cannot see them. I cannot read their minds. I cannot see into their lair. I see only images, fragmented and sinister. Forgive me, Lord Captain, but we took this risk in vain.
What are we dealing with? Some kind of defensive measure? Sorcery?
Not sorcery. Something else. I have never encountered minds like this before. Something about them is wrong.
Finish the ritual. It's not worth sacrificing.
Yes, Lord Captain. I will now.
The nothingness cackles and croaks. I see you. It assumes a vague shape, a man shriveled by age and infirmity, his eyes alight with an alien purple flame. You have been looking for me. You sense the attention of something else, something beyond this entity. The ruinous powers. The ritual has made your soul, marked as it is by the curse of the warp, more vulnerable than ever before. You can feel the daemons clawing at the thin veil, hungering to reach you.
Barbed soul, yeah.
A blind man clad in green appears between you and the croaking nothingness, shielding you.
What manner of abomination are you? I cannot sense you. You are not of the warp. What is your twisted nature?
I cannot sense you either. But I know you. I heard you were going to seek me out. My ears are everywhere. I was ready. The age-worn voice is like a deep wail echoed by a throng of smaller voices. Civilizations and star clusters lie buried at the bottom of the being's pale eyes, which are aflame with hunger. Your mind feels cramped inside your skull, and you can hear the bone creaking.
Did the ritual work after all?
No, this is not my ritual.
Panic rings in the choir master's voice inside your mind.
This is his spell. An invasion of our minds. While I was seeking it with my power, it found us with its own. And I cannot stop it. I cannot force it out of our heads.
Stop the ritual right now.
I'm trying. If it can influence me.
You are my prey.
Don't do this. I liked him. Don't turn into a demon. No, but we're getting other demons or specters incoming. Traitorous scum. Okay, so what do we have? We have ghosts here. Thaddeus, Adeline, Antonius, Stravos, Anis, Warp Operation. Warp Operation. What do we have over here then? Mad Chapel Guard. Okay. So that is... Okay, so we are going with this formation. Pascal is going first. Astropath. What is it you have? A bit of the rest. Good dude, authorized by the Lord Captain. Made a great difference in the Astropath struggling against the war. Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, so we have Stravos and Adeline. So we are going to set up on this side. Okay. Start battle. Can I can't shoot there, okay. Can't shoot I can shoot there? Okay. And then we do
Running binaric override. Request approved.
okay.
My vow
Pop that.
This way!
Look out. I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Tell me, and it is done.
Oh, a wicked thought.
Okay. Can I move you? I should have done that first, shouldn't I?
Through the smoke and gunfire.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs. Don't get too cocky. I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
That's a flamer.
I'll do what it takes.
Okay.
Emperor, protect me.
I can't stand it.
Do not like that, no.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
I don't like you.
I'll do it.
So...
But you are as the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds.
You had always believed in yourself, not in him. Well, he disbelieved in you too.
Okay. Light you on fire. And pop that.
You were useless as a mentor. Your failure merely confirmed my expectations. You should have known your place.
Insects begin crawling under your skin.
You know what?
It will be done.
Here. Enjoy some fire.
Victory is imminent.
Quick, quick!
Okay, we got more apparitions. Okay. We got something over here as well. Okay.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
That should take care of those.
Integrity factor increased.
I can handle this.
Hey, it's Cabello.
A moving target
Guess that
lives
should be
longer.
fine.
You jest, sure. Am I
Improve the
getting
stats
paid
of you.
for this?
It.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Okay. Light you on fire. And then just...
All I wanted to do was help. I was trying to save you. And you, what have you done to me?
And it is done.
That's not very nice of you.
I
That's
can do that
really not very
with the
nice
right
of you.
incentive.
For now. Pain is but an illusion.
Emperor, protect me! This way!
Don't touch me.
Guided by faith. Is why I was chosen. I'll do it.
Let's spray those down. You missed everything. You missed everything.
I'll do what it takes.
Let's see. A wicked thought.
Good.
What if?
I need to light that person on fire.
At your beck and call.
Okay. Good.
Emperor, protect me.
Pain cleanses the
Out.
body.
Emperor, protect me.
More incoming. Okay. Those are gone. Great.
I am your blade and shield. Come, the other side.
How does Ghost bleed? Yeah, there's some questions I really don't need an answer to. We're going to first go here, travel here. Okay. Then we're going to put
Am I getting paid for this?
that on you. Light you on fire. Pop that.
When you were soaking up my power, killing me, what did you feel? Did you enjoy it?
Then we are going to pop that.
I can do that with the right incentive. How about no?
Okay. Ooh, that's not great.
Quick, quick! Emperor, protect me.
Okay. So first we go with move your ass over here and shoot
Down
you.
for the weak.
A feeling of terror grips your heart.
As the Emperor commands, I
The
act.
benefit of having 100% hit chance on single shots.
You, my Emperor! None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
This way!
Schemes.
I looked up to you. I followed every word you said. If I had only had the foresight to defy you at that fateful moment.
Another one is shattered. What if?
Yep. There's one health there, okay.
I'll do what it takes. I can't stand it.
Pascal, you're moving up here, moving away from those. Missed. Too bad. That means next turn.
Request approved.
I should have used the medipack on him, shouldn't I? Yeah, probably.
As honor ordains.
A gloomy premonition clouds the mind.
As the tenants demand. The shadows will see it done.
You know what?
I shall
Stabby,
not
stabby.
fail.
You parried it. Good for you.
I know what I'm doing, usually. Don't get too cocky.
That instantly kills that. Can I kill you? I can kill you with that. Good. And I can kill you with that.
I had warned you that the ritual was a mistake, and for that, you turned me into a monster. You failed even at that, you miserable fool.
Okay. Look at how you come. You were destined for greatness, but were chosen to follow.
Protect me.
Parry. Okay.
Too bad. I'm still standing.
You screamed at me. How
Tell me,
dare
and it
you?
is done.
Rejoice in battle.
How
Faith
dare
without
you
deeds is
scream
worthless.
at me?
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands.
Cloud 'em.
Quick, quick! Emperor, protect me!
7% hit chance. That is going to hit me back. I know that for a fact. Yep.
My soul.
Yep. But you have 30 stacks on you already. And Abelard is here to convince you to go the other way. And you did not go the other way, huh?
It will be done.
You parried that as well.
At your beck and call.
There is only death. Yours
Okay.
or mine.
Pascal, 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 Pascal. Honestly?
Running binary code line. Request approved. My vow is served.
Okay. We're then going to pump damage reduction on him as well.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
I am unsatisfied.
As honor ordains.
A feeling of terror grips your heart.
Brings me no pleasure.
You have 6 stacks, huh?
As the tenants demand. The shadows will see it done.
You dodged that.
To the brink of agony.
Really now.
I shall not fail.
Dodge.
As honor ordains.
Parry, block, parry, dodge. You are one tough nut, huh?
You've got a problem, I've got a prize.
Schemes within schemes within schemes.
Here's the kicker. You're dead.
A genius.
If you don't kill me now, you're dead. Ah.
The choir master awakens with a sharp breath.
Lord Captain. We are still alive. The God Emperor has protected us this time, but, curses, did I not warn you?
The old man shakes his head dolefully. His pale fingers are clutching the aquila adorning his belt. A moment of silence, then words of prayer stream from his lips in a monotone, like a quiet lament, a dirge for the departed, a bitter confession. When he continues speaking, his voice is full of strength.
Yet we escaped disaster. The warp did not take our souls, and there are far fewer casualties this time.
Yep.
Master Harriman's assistance was instrumental, your ladyship. He was able to not only protect my mortal body, but also to skillfully blend the timbre of his Chinook sound into the harmony of the chorale. I regret that he was not at my side for the last rite.
What in the throne's name just happened?
That thing took the shape of an old man and attacked me. I do not know what it is, but it is neither human nor a psyker. It is something else. Its power is foreign and inimical to me, like a shadow that obscures the shine of the Immaterium's chaotic energies. I was unable to read the abomination's thoughts, and it seemed to find me no less strange than how strange it was to me. Thus, it attacked, for any strangeness is a threat. It had clearly been warned that we would be performing a dangerous ritual. That we would be vulnerable. So it sought to sabotage us by attacking my mind. And my mind almost got us all killed.
You still managed to discover the evil we are seeking?
No, your ladyship.
Weiss shakes his head grimly.
The ritual proved incapable of extracting anything of value. This evil chose to reveal itself and attack. Our enemy is confident and bold, and so it did not hide, it struck first. Suspiciously brazen.
Was that old man a mutant? The one of those we were looking for?
Even if not, there was nothing more chilling we could have possibly found. An inhuman thing in human form. A true sacrilege against the Emperor. Its mind is strange, like an insect's or a parasite's, but I saw images in the minds of those around it. Currents of energy. A blue glow. The clanging of metal. Could be the plasma drive chambers? That is where I would start searching for signs of corruption, and a worm tormenting a star.
Weiss touches his cheek, which is smeared with blood that is trickling from under his blindfold. He uses the blood to sketch a perfunctory image, a many-beamed star with a fat, fanged creature coiled in front of it resembling either a lava or a serpent. The longer you listen to Weiss, the more convinced you become that the warp manifestation was not caused by the conniving of the ruinous powers, but by the efforts made to discover an incredibly alien mind. Such an unnatural mind could belong to a dangerous Xenos.
Inform the masters of our arms of everything we saw. Let her search the plasma drive chambers and find the mutants and the old man for me. Are you familiar with this symbol?
No, it could be the emblem of some cult on this ship, but I seldom leave the chapel and have never come across it before.
Are we going ourselves or are we... Yeah, no. We're too good for that in this playthrough. Inform the masters at arms.
We sacrificed some of the soundness of our minds to the Immaterium today. I hope it was not in vain and will help your ladyship.
He winces in pain.
I still cannot believe we survived this.
Weiss slowly unclenches his hand, and a cloud of frost rises from it, revealing his aquila, now bound in purple psychic ice. He whispers.
The Immaterium has touched it. the holy symbol of the protector of mankind.
He pauses, then adds in a gloomy voice.
I do not know if this is a symbol of our victory over the horrors of the warp, a trophy claimed in battle, or a grim portent left by the wicked spawn of the Sea of Souls.
A symbol of faith shining through the breath of the Immaterium is a good omen. I shall wear it. It's a symbol of victory. Give it to me if you are unable to see the inspiring trophy for it. A symbol of faith. Yep.
Nothing can shake your ladyship's spirit. May this Aquila bring you good fortune. I will have a new one delivered to me immediately.
He looks at the Aquila with sorrow.
If only everything that the Immaterium takes from us was so easy to replace.
What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, that just had a weird thing. That's a level up.
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance, my genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear
Okay.
the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
So, we don't have anything we kind of want to get from him. That's the biggest problem right now. Burning. I think it comes down to this. Executioner's next melee forces all enemies to run. The executioner replaces 30% of their maximum 30% of their maximum wounds. With the same amount of temporary until the end of combat. While the executioner has temporary wounds, all melee attacks and damage over time affects. Okay, so it kind of means I can become more and more self-damaging. I think we're going with this though. Until the next turn, executioner gain bonus for each creature burn. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. Tenacity, trustworthy weapons. Suffer less from bleeding. Okay, so we have here all damage over time applied by Psyker increase critical hit chance by 20%. This is increases by all bonuses of critical chance. When the Psyker is burning, fire within, burning blood. When the Psyker uses psychic power, all enemies adjacent to the Psyker suffer 12 direct damage. This also happens when the Psyker suffers damage from burning, bleeding, and melee attacks. Do we have anything else that actually would make sense for you? I don't think so, honestly. We don't want to use Still Mind. Increases the Veil degradation by 2 points less if the talent effect degradation less than 0. Veil degradation is 1, it's decreased to 1. Psychic powers have a 25% chance to regain AP on Veil degradation. There is fire within, Every time the Psyker kills or score a critical hit against 8 creatures in one combat, the Psyker gain, including psychic attack. Psyker's next attack will cost 0 AP and will not count towards attack limit per this turn. Burning Blood. No, we're going with this. Psyker additional armor against fire. No, fire within. Our main character is the one that actually is the roughest to actually get all allies in free self radius, free number of unyielding temporary wounds. Yep. Agatha! Confident approach, cautious approach, devastating attack, reckless attack, arch-militant immediately gains 9 movement point if the militant if the arch-militant has stacks of versatility, they gain 3 plus more. Okay, yep. Pascal, what do we have? Tactic area 1. All attacks the allies in this area inflict overwhelm effect. Okay, Stronghold. For 1 round, allies gain 7 plus armor and cannot be over-penetrated. Allies in the area gain cover efficiency. Overwhelm. Suffer -1. Grand chooses 1 combat area. For 1 round, allies gain 7 armor. I think we're going with that one. I don't like any of the grand strategy things, honestly, but yeah. Poised to strike. Assassin makes an enemy suffer. End of turn. If there's only 1 enemy adjacent to them, the assassins gain dodge. Killing edge. Assassin gain turn dodge to elusive shadows. Lowers priority target. Yeah. Owen J, how are you doing? What do you have? What is it Jay wants to do? What is it Jay wants to do? You already have Drukhari weapons. Already have dual specialization. Stronger together. Imperial World characters affected by non-ally. An ally non-damaging ability on affects an ally. They increase the resolve. Bolter proficiency? That would be fun. Fellowship training. Characteristics training, fellowship training. Okay. Oh, so I can't get that. I can just get 1 stat in it. Okay. The characters in the current party has the same archetype. The first ability used each combat costs 1 less. That's a bit shitty, isn't it? It feels like that anyway. Dueling Master, Grenadier. Know what? No. No, 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 no. Multi-weapon? Willpower, toughness, perception. You know what? Intelligence. And we're picking strong point, I think. Strong point, temporary wounds, yeah.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Oh, we could have actually gone there ourselves, but yeah. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to be... we're going to act like a captain. We're an upstuck fucking spoiled brat that is a psyker. That is way too hungry for power to deal with small problems for themselves. If you're familiar with Warhammer 40k, and you kind of know about the Steel Sea, you already know what the enemy is. Because the hints has been very clear on what the enemy actually is.
Juliet stands out from her surroundings like a Janician jungle tree in a garden of manicured topiary. Unsettling beauty and alluring otherness, in her posture, her gestures, her piercing stare, radiate from the Aldrai.
I've been mulling over our conversation. I can understand why you do not like people, but I think there's something else, something I cannot... Let's take my leave. Idra, let's see. Wait.
The high factotum Janris Danrope greets you with a cool smile and the merest hint of a bow.
Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain.
I would like
How may I be of assistance?
I would like to introduce Cabela to some of the customs practiced among the people of stature. Show her what a life is like on the upper decks, so to speak.
Janris huffs pensively.
Your ladyship is most courteous, but what exactly did you have in mind?
An officers report meeting.
Oh, your ladyship. To be perfectly frank, even I struggle to stay awake at those meetings. Poor Mistress Kybella would surely not last long amid all the droning and tedium.
Janris adjusts his frock coat and nods enigmatically.
I will see what can be arranged. And do not worry for a single moment, I promise to find the most suitable approach. I will contact you the moment I have something to offer.
I'm ready to look at the malfunctioning servitors.
As you wish, your ladyship. Would you like the engine seer prime to accompany you?
Yes, Pascal shall come with me.
As your ladyship commands.
Oh, we have one of these.
When her ladyship arrived at the scene, she found the servitors in the same position that they assumed after they had been corralled into the bay, all standing in a long spiraling line and facing the center of their strange formation. The moment her ladyship crossed the threshold of the bay gate, their bodies jerked into motion, all as one, as if obeying a command. The servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. The technomats tasked with overseeing the defective units even reached for their weapons, but then the servitors went still just as abruptly, staring at her ladyship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath. Disturbed by this sight, we waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Her ladyship Octavia the Fire Axe von Valancius.
Yes, sir, to start with the servitors. The report on the defective unit status from the technomats ordered that one of the servitors to be disassembled to its components. Took several steps towards the servitors.
Immediately, the servitors, each and every one of them, stepped toward the Lord Captain in perfect unison. They mimicked her movements with frightening precision. The rogue trader halted in place and, after a moment's thought, waved her hand, and the servitors, just as synchronously, repeated that gesture as well. When the Lord Captain turned quizzically to the technomats, so did the servitors, as if mocking her. Whatever the Lord Captain did, be it an incline of the head, a wave of a hand, or a step to the side, the defective units repeated it without a moment's delay or hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by an unseen puppeteer. We observed this mime unfold in distressed bafflement for nearly a minute until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat from them, the rogue trader approached with confidence.
The
Lord
Lord
Captain.
Examine the servitors.
As High Factotum, it was I who had prompted that entire inspection, and thus it was my duty to follow the Lord Captain. As we stepped closer, we noticed a fascinating irregularity. The servitors' pupils, normally still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars inscribed with their past offenses. It was as if those mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state of extreme tension. A visibly shaken technomat behind us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitors' bodies after a long slumber deep within their lobotomized brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they had attained awareness, feeling, and understanding. After a pause, the technomat added that the servitors used to function properly and that no one had been able to explain the change in their behavior. Her gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half-machines and half-people, the Lord Captain.
Suddenly drew an iridescent blade, one that had never had seen before, and as if following some unheard command, plunged it into the nearest servitor.
Heretical +3. The moment the blade sliced open the pale flesh, a wild howl washed over the cargo bay. We heard the screeching and crackling of servo motors. As if having regained the ability to feel pain, the wounded servitor struggled to open its sewn mouth, but all it could muster was a stifled moan of horror. The Lord Captain's victim fell to the metal deck, and all the other servitors came crashing down with it. We all felt the grip of an otherworldly, bone-chilling cold. As I met the technomat's fearful gazes, I realized that none of those present had any explanation for what had just transpired. The Engineer Prime proceeded to the center of the spiral of servitor bodies, stood over them grimly, studying their lifeless faces, and spoke thus: "This tech phenomenon warranted comprehensive study. Further investigation has been rendered impossible." Perhaps it was a trick of my imagination, but I thought I caught a semblance of sorrow in his gaze in that moment. The Lord Captain, seemingly not attaching any importance to the situation, sheathed the blade and left the cargo bay without a word.
Nice. Damn, we're exploding when it comes to the levels.
I won't sully myself with that.
Okay, We're missing one of these, and if we get one more of these, that's going to unlock something, I'm pretty sure. Sort by type. We are unlocking new stuff on a regular basis. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Don't mind if I do. Can't do anything here. We're heading over here.
Lord Captain, our astropaths received a message from Achilles Scalander on Darganus. He closely studied the data from the incursion on Virbos 6, including the mention of the Xenos leaders. He promised to direct the efforts of his aides to identify those enemies of humanity so their location can be determined. Master Scalander is also reporting the Drukhari are getting ready for more attacks on your territory. Information from his aides continues to arrive, and Achilles will personally report to you the moment the target for the upcoming raid becomes clear. The Druckeri excel at catching their opponents off guard, and there will be... The High Factotum's voice rings with pride. Lord Captain, I have done as commanded, everything has been prepared for your ritual for Mistress Kibella. A select few upper deck officers are ready to leave their posts to attend this formal gathering and praise your ladyship's name. We can begin at your convenience.
Splendid, summon the illustrious officer. I doubt Kybella will enjoy this.
I am confident that Mistress Kibella will appreciate the effort, both yours and mine. What could be more representative of the Lord Captain's inner circle than a formal event in the company of the most eminent members of the crew?
Okay, splendid. Summon the illustrious...
It will be done. I shall signal the servants and notify the invited parties immediately. Let us demonstrate to Mistress Kibella just how strong our vessel's spirit of camaraderie truly is. Lord Captain, this is Master Helmsman Raver. The crew is grumbling again, but they've a right reason this time. Our analytics systems have gone totally bonkers. The Red Robes. Excuse me, tech priests are blaming the anger of the machine spirits. Allegedly, this is how they profess their displeasure at the crew not being worshipful. We have largely managed to stabilize the output of the augurs and auspexes across the ship, but you should know there is something awfully sketchy about the machines these days. I can confirm, Lord Captain. The vessel's analytics systems were behaving incorrectly for a time. The cogitators could not produce statistical data and displayed meaningless numeric combinations instead. The augurs failed to correctly analyze matter and mistook solids for liquids and vice versa. Thanks to the tech priest's efforts, standard operation of the ship's mechanisms has been restored. I am still registering sporadic reports of similar malfunctions, but we should now be able to handle them. Lord Captain, the plasma drive chambers have been searched and the conspirator apprehended and neutralized. The interrogation will begin shortly, if your ladyship is ready to attend.
Okay, so we have a ton of things to do tomorrow. I am going to keep it fairly short today.
Lord Captain, a disturbing report has come from the quarries of Veerbos 6. The convicts have lost their minds, they forget how to use tools, they huddle together and continue to stare aimlessly into space, even under the lashes of the whips, ruining the mining deadlines. Some are possessed with the urge to use their nails to scratch blasphemous symbols on tools, machines, and even their own bodies. The most mad have painted the walls of several mines from floor to ceiling with the symbols and then gone off deep into the mining tunnels. None of them could be found. The overseers consider it a ploy to divert attention away from the escapes and an impending rebellion.
What are those symbols being scratched out by the convicts?
It is hard to give these drawings any sort of intelligible definition. Unnaturally round circles connected by lines. The lines are interrupted by groups of dots. Some patterns follow some sort of common logic, others are unique. I can provide picts of them. After examining the pict, you realize that the symbols are connected through a strange logical sequence.
What do my advisors have to say?
Spotting an intriguing pattern in the drawing of the symbols left by the prisoners. Hypothesis: they have a practical purpose. Requesting access to the mines and the right to investigate the specimen for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Disappearing prisoners. What is the point of running away from penal servitude if the entire world is a prison cell? No, Shireen, these Ashmugs have found some sort of smuggling tunnel network and are hiding there. And the drawings are their secret language, which they use to give orders to their fellow prisoners. I know some guys who can find such secret places and decipher these languages. If the convicts continue to disappear for no reason, then unrest will soon follow, whether out of fear or hope for the possibility of escape. To stifle this, we have put pressure on the convicts' leaders. My experience suggests that such people can hold more sway than any overseer.
Okay, so we have J. So do we want 7 plus logic, or do we want What is this? At the start of the wearer's turn, they gain 0 temporary wounds. When the wearer's moon drops to 0, they fall prone. They gain 10% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds, and the wearer becomes priority target. Adjacent enemies become priority target of adjacent enemies. While prone, the wearer has no other allies. And they die. On the next turn, the wearers they regain 30% of their wounds if they still have temporary wounds. This effect only activates once per turn. So theoretically speaking, you can make an immortal build with that. And I like Jay's overall. Find a few friends to interpret the language, yeah.
For a generous fee, my people could find even the smallest stone tossed to the bottom of the sea, Shireen. A squad of brave smugglers slipped into the mines and discovered long collapsed tunnels cleared up very recently. An unnaturally even wall covered in strange symbols caught their attention. The tunnel went down deep and was not on any of the mining maps. The colony administration gave orders to conduct an archive survey, banned work in the sector, and had guards posted there until the origins of the tunnel could be established.
Dreamless, efficiency, chemicals, security, Fellowship of the Void. Yep, that's the one we want. Profit factor. Yep, we want this one. Do we want this? Do we want this axe? Problem for future me. Nothing we can build here. We can't build... Very few stuff we've actually gained. Do we actually have... add to cargo. Add to cargo. Add to cargo. Should we... yeah, fuck it. Add to cargo. And add to cargo. Going to add these to cargo. Do we have anything else that we have like an obscene amount? Stub revolver. Yeah, add that to cargo. Okay, so we have gotten a few more things to cargo. Can also add those to cargo. Okay, great. Wait. Do we have you? Can we add the cargo? 5 times... No, it's not worth it. You, we can add the cargo as well. And let's see here. Is this the last one we're getting?
When the rogue trader's ship the station thanks the rogue trader for her cooperation and presents her with several containers of unused reserves as a token of its gratitude.
Okay. I think that is going to be it. Okay, so we have Save Eldari survivors, arrange a reception from that. Okay. So, how are we with reputations? Fellowship of the Void is 11, so we have some stuff to gather from there. I'm hoping we can increase this and this. Yeah. Anyway, that is going to be... is it 16? We've done 16 streams of this. Yep. Anyway, I want to wish everyone a good night. I am going to call it here because, yeah, I am not feeling so well. So I'm just going to take it easy and just, yeah, chill out. I will be back tomorrow. If you want to see any of this, it's all getting uploaded to YouTube. Good night, everyone. Oh, and if you got this far, thank you.